Hi, and welcome to the Canadian International School of Beijing. My name is Corey, and I'm the Head of Admissions and Director of Public Relations for the school. And we wanted to take a few minutes to just do a quick tour of our campus. We recognize that a lot of our foreign families can't visit Beijing in advance, so we want to give you a sneak peek of what CISB is and how it looks, and all of the great features that we have about our school. These videos are going to be very casual, so we're just going to take a walk through campus, show you a regular day, and I haven't warned everybody that you're coming to see them. So here, let's start by heading into the lobby, and we'll explain a little bit about the history of our school and how our campus is made up. Come on. So CISB is 11 years old, and we take students from nursery right through to grade 12 graduation. From diapers to dating is the joke that we use here in admissions. So when you step into our school, you step into a lobby that connects what we consider preschool. There is preschool that goes up until age 5 years old. There's elementary school that goes from kindergarten to grade 5, and then middle high school. And they're separated in our campus. So on the left-hand side over here is preschool and the elementary school. And then if you look over on this side is our middle and high school, grades 6 to 12. Both campuses have their own gyms, their own art and music classrooms, their own libraries, their own lunch hours. Big kids never see the smaller kids in a run of the day. And we connect these two schools by using the lobby on the first floor. And underneath us is the cafeteria. And above us are the two libraries, one for elementary and one for middle high on the top floor. And you'll see those in the upcoming videos. There's a few things in both schools that we all use, and we want to highlight those with you today, as well as kind of give you some history as we go along the walk. So let's start over here in the preschool elementary side. So you've entered on this side, our elementary school. One of the first things you'll see is a photo of our entire campus. This is a picture we took in October, and it represents all of our students from the nursery age right through to grade 12. CISB has about 1,050 students in our student body, all over those age groups. And we also have about 130 teaching staff. The student body represents over 60 different nationalities, and our teaching staff has about 12 nationalities, although a lot of us are Canadian, so the school has a very Canadian feel. CISB is partnered with the Government of Canada, namely the province of New Brunswick, and we use their curriculum with the IB. We're an IB, PYP, MYP, and DP school, together to formulate our curriculum and the framework that we use with our students. Let's keep around the corner. Yeah, free. So in our preschool, we take students from 18 months until 2 years old, and they're in a Montessori nursery classroom. Starting at 3 years old, though, we move into a classroom like this. So this is actually a 4-year-old classroom, but they're set up the same way. Using the IB and the Canadian Early Childhood Curriculum, we do an inquiry-based learning environment. So as you can see, these rooms are always zoned up. We have like an area for reading, and an area for crafts and arts, and one for make-believe. And this area here for students to sit and eat, where the lunch is brought into the classroom. In our elementary program, our preschool program, we take a maximum of 25 students in the class, and that includes a teacher and 2 teaching assistants who will help with the students during the day. Preschool is always a little chaotic, but down in this wing we have their own music and art classroom. You can actually see the students moving into that art classroom now to do art. And we also keep their own gym down for them just in this area. It's only for kids this age. This is what the kids kind of funnily call the big pink room, and it's designed with the safety of this age group in mind. So if you come in, students will take 2 periods of PE, so physical education, every week, but we always try and get them outdoors or into these spaces during the day to work on their gross motor skills and just to burn off some energy. And as you can see, it's a nice, big, safe space that's well padded for our students to enjoy. So back at the end of that hallway is that big pink room. And when I leave this section, I'm essentially leaving the preschool area. That's their school. The cafeteria brings their food there, the music art and gym are all in there. Those students, that's their part of CISB. And right in the middle of this, we have a gym, so our elementary gym. And those classes all run around the gym. But this gym is part of the elementary school, so we're going to start the elementary school tour now. Here you'll see our elementary gym. So we have 3 gyms for the older kids in the school. One for elementary, we've got another one about this size up on our 3rd floor, and then a large one for our middle and high school students. Along with their PE classes, which happen twice a week, we also do a lot of our after-school activities in this room, including our gymnastics, our taekwondo, classes like that. So we're going to move upstairs so I can show you the kindergarten and grade 1 classrooms, which are just above us. But along this walk is our medical clinic, and here we have 2 nurses on staff full-time. We are partnered with an international hospital here in Beijing called Beijing United Family, and so they are here to help with all of our health services for our students. We also have a dental chair in the back, and we do eye exams, dental checks, hearing tests throughout the year, right here on campus for the convenience of our families. Welcome to our auditorium. So this is one of the 2 theaters that are at the school. And as a parent in our community, you'll be in here a lot for our student performances that we do at winter, Chinese New Year. Right now we're going through our graduations. So yesterday was kindergarten, and then today is the elementary talent show. All of that's done here. We have an amazing drama club that does 2 musicals a year. We have an orchestra and a rock band. So, well, the student put together a rock band. This room is used a lot, both by our families and by our students and teachers in the building. Now we are up on the 1st floor, and on the 1st floor we have our kindergarten and grade 1 classrooms. So this is an example of our grade 1 class. And our classes right up until grade 3 are set up like this. You'll actually meet one of our grade 1 teachers, Miss Hooper, working at her desk now. In these environments, we use an inquiry learning using the IB model and the New Brunswick curriculum. These classrooms are all equipped with smartboards, so we're kind of technology heavy, and our teachers keep daily websites as well, so that you, the parents, can follow along at home to see what's happening in the class. We also have social media apps that keep us in constant communication with families, because that's important to us. In this environment, so you'll see there's different library section, there's a reading section over here, and all of our students are on different reading programs that's appropriate for their skill levels. With 60 different nationalities in our student body, students come to us with a varying range of English skills, reading skills, mathematics skills, so we do our best to team our students together to help support each other's learnings. That's why you'll see in our classrooms in the younger grades, we use one communal desk, and we partner up our students for different projects throughout the year instead of individual ones. We really focus on collaboration and cooperation in this grade level. So a little bit more about our curriculum for elementary. Our students are placed in a homeroom, so a group of students will be placed together, maximum of 25 in a homeroom, and that includes a teacher and a teaching assistant, but as they get older there are fewer assistants that we require for those grades. Students will learn most of their subject matter in those classrooms with that homeroom teacher, but they will leave class twice a week for art, twice a week for music, 2 times a week for PE class, and every day for 1 class of Mandarin. So for us at CISB, we're an English instruction school, but all students starting at 3 years old until grade 9 will take 1 period of Mandarin a day. In an elementary, that's about 40 minutes. This is an example of one of our Mandarin classrooms. And students will really focus on reading and writing, listening, and speaking skills in Mandarin. And we'll divide them up based on their skills. So a student who just moves to Beijing and needs to learn Ni Hao will go to the beginner's class, where somebody who speaks Mandarin at home fluently will go to an advanced class instead. And then we also use our Mandarin program to help bring Chinese culture into the school. We recognize that we are foreigners teaching foreigners inside of Beijing. So we've asked our Chinese teaching staff to incorporate as much of China and as much of Beijing culture into the curriculum so that we can really highlight the beautiful city that we live in. Art is a big part of our elementary curriculum, and students will take 2 art classes per week. We have art studios placed around the elementary school. So there's one here, which we'll see in a second, on our 1st floor, and also up on our 4th floor, there's 2 more art studios there where students can do the work. You can kind of see some examples on the walls of the things that the grade 1, grade 2 students have been doing. We're near the end of the school year, so teachers are starting to pack up a lot of this stuff. And actually, we'll take a quick glance. There's a class in now, so we won't disturb them, but we'll take a look through the door so you can see an art studio being used right now. So one of the last things we want to show you is our elementary library. And in here, you'll see that we've got actually a class in session right now. Students will come here usually once a week to do part of a reading program with our teacher librarian. We also have over on the side mother tongue books, so Korean and Arabic and different languages, so students can continue to explore their mother tongue learning. And let's go down to the end because I want to show you, we also have a maker space where our students can come and be creative. Along here. We also are a technology-heavy school, so students starting in grade 4 and 5 carry a laptop with them. And for the younger grades, we have places like this, our media center, where we can bring an entire class to do a project if we need to. Our technology integrator is actually in an office just around the corner. We also have a school psychologist here too that works with the students a lot in this environment. This gives you an idea of the resources we have for our elementary students. Welcome to the middle and high school side of our campus. In this building, we keep all of our students from grades 6 to 12. And on this side, they have their own gym facilities, their own music and art classrooms, their own design technology labs, as well as their own lunch hours. So these students will never see the students in elementary, except for maybe the bus ride to school in the mornings. As soon as you step into this building, we actually have a little bit of our history up on the wall, so you can see the growth of CISB over the years. We're 11 years old this year for the 2016-17 school year, but when we started, we were just shy of about 300 students, and we've grown every year to the current 1,050 that we have in class today. The next thing we highlight right away as you enter middle high is our university success. This first poster highlights the universities that last year's graduating class were accepted to. We had 37 graduates, and they're in over 66 different universities where they gained acceptance to. And as you can see, they're kind of spread out around the world from the United Kingdom, Canada, to Australia and Japan. The next poster, though, shows which universities they actually chose. So you can see where our graduates are studying or have studied in the past around the globe. And it's very clear that for our student body, the majority of our kids end up in North America, in universities spread out through Canada and the US, and some of the best universities in that part of the world as well. In fact, we've got 22 at the University of Toronto alone, so there's a very Canadian feel to the school. As we continue on the tour in Middle High, the first thing you're going to notice is some of the facilities that we have, including our beautiful Gym A. We're going to show you it now, but it's actually being renovated this summer. We're putting new floors and walls and everything in, so we'll do another video in the fall. And I would not be a good PR director if I did not highlight the amazing trophies and success of our athletics and some academic teams here in the school. So much so that we actually put another trophy case over by the Gym A door. Let's go check out Gym A now. Our Gym A is our largest gym in the school. And in here, all of our middle and high school students will have their PE classes, so their physical education classes, which is usually about 3 to 4 times a week. We also do almost all of our large athletic clubs will practice in this environment. You can also see in the back, we're part of the ACAMIS group and another ISAC group. Both of those are kind of cooperatives with other international schools across mainland China and Mongolia, and we often compete in different competition. Our boys basketball team is actually #1 in both of those divisions. And you'll see some of our other successes up there. Because this is such a big space, we also use it for our regular family fun nights, where we invite all of our CISB families in to do themed evening parties, whether that's a Chinese New Year event, math and literacy activities nights. All that stuff is done in here, along with the charity bazaars and things that we do throughout the run of the year. So as families, you'll see this room a lot as CISB members. This is an example of one of our humanities classrooms in middle and high school. So it's exam season, so usually the classroom is not spread out like this. It's just because our last exams finished yesterday. In middle and high school, so again, we're partnered with the Government of Canada, so we're following the Canadian curriculum. And we're doing it using the IB framework. So in these classrooms, we follow the MYP, the IB Middle Years program, using our Canadian subjects. What that means is that students will be taking 8 different subjects, and for their arts group, we will divide that up into 3 over the course of the year. So students will study music, fine arts, and theater arts as part of their art content. Otherwise, we follow the other 8 IB subjects as any other IB World School would do. Our students in this grade from 6 to 12 follow a 1-to-1 laptop program, which means all of our students will need to carry a laptop as part of their studying day. And our teachers keep daily websites, so they will keep content and curriculum on that site, along with homework assignments, and students will actually submit a lot of their work online to the teachers. Students entering grades 11 and 12 then join our high school program, where we are both offering the Canadian content as well as the IB diploma program. And in here we try and offer as many of the diploma courses as we can. So our graduates, when they finish with us, the majority of them are getting 2 diplomas. One, the IB diploma for completing the full program, and all of our graduates will receive the Canadian New Brunswick High School diploma. The exact same high school diploma I received because I'm from that province in Canada. Here you get an idea if Mr. Walsh is doing his exam marking right now. All of our teachers are fully qualified to be teachers. They all held their BEDs or equivalent from their home countries. And we do full police background checks on all of our staff. We hire subject-specific teachers in middle and high school, so they've been studied appropriately for humanities or business and economics. So along with that educational background, they're also IB trained, and we make sure that everyone maintains their IB training, and we do regular professional developments with all of our teachers to ensure that they are at the top of their game and that the students are getting the best quality education they can. It's school lunchtime right now, so it's a perfect time to see our backyard and the facilities we have out here.
Hi!
You're welcome. Let's go. What we do is, for elementary, the younger kids go and eat, and then the older grades come out and play. And halfway through they switch places, and then they all go back to school, and middle high school comes out to eat and then use these facilities. So we have our soccer pitch here in the backyard, and in the far corner, I don't know if you can see that there's some playground equipment as well for the younger students. We even have a tennis court on the beyond that side as well. And we bring our students out for PE classes when the Beijing weather is cooperating. Otherwise, every day at lunch, whereas you'll see football, or as we say in Canada, soccer, is one of the more popular things to do at lunch. So CISB has tons of facilities for our students to take advantage of. This is one of 2 pools that we have on campus. This is our 6-lane, 25-meter pool, where our swim team practices, where we teach swimming as part of our PE program, and we've rented out the facility to a private club who does swimming lessons in the evenings and weekends. Though we also open the pool up to our CISB families on Tuesday, Thursday evenings, and on Saturdays so they can come in and enjoy it as well. Behind our motto, the commitment to excellence, there's a wall, and there's another pool in that area that's a wading pool about this deep for the younger students, so that they can come for after-school activities as well. If you watched our elementary video, you saw our auditorium, which is a 500-seat theatered place. This one is, in fact, our lecture theater that we use more often for our middle and high school health units, along with a lot of parent meetings. Our parent association will meet in here. We do a lot of our guest lectures and stuff in here, and we bring our students in for different presentations throughout the year. So as you can see, CISB has lots of facilities that we can take advantage of. And what we'll do now is I'm going to stop talking and we're just going to show you some of the pictures of the other environments, including our design tech lab and our dance studios and those sort of places around the campus, so you get an idea of what it is we have here at CISB. So this pretty much ends our tour here in the admissions office, actually, where if you come to our school, we're happy to meet with one of our admissions officers here on staff. And we can do that in English, and in Mandarin, or in Korean. Thank you for taking the time to view this kind of highlight tour of campus, but what we'd really like to do is to welcome you here physically so we can sit down, talk about the curriculum in more detail for your child's age group, and take you on a personal tour of the facilities so that you can get a real idea of the feel and how this school works and the culture that we happily share here at CISB. If you're a member of Twitter or of Instagram or of YouTube, search for this Twitter handle, all of our teachers, well, I shouldn't say all, most of our teachers are putting up lots of content about what's happening inside of our classrooms. We've got videos on there that our students created onto YouTube, and our Instagram is full of photos of different activities and groups that have visited the school over the course of the year. So check out that to see another insider's look into our campus. And if you have any follow-up questions, don't hesitate to contact us. On our website, you'll see on the contact page our address, so you can email us at admissions@cisbeijing.com or give us a phone call. We're happy to take the time to answer all of the questions you may have about CISB. Thank you. 再见.